Vicky here with you, and I'm here to make some cards, Christmas cards. I heard you loud and clear in my live stream that took place on Friday. I really heard that you would like Christmas cards, so I figured let's indulge you guys. So as I mentioned in the video, and if you didn't check it out, go and check out the replay of the live stream. This way you'll understand what I'm talking about. But I do have multiples of the same card, and I really don't know what to do with them. And now I've decided that I'm going to use them as the card base for my cards. And I can always put, you know, add my stamp to the back, because it is an all marked card. I'll leave the sentiment inside, but I'm going to modify the rest of the card. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. That's what I figured would be a fun way of using this. And I have some images here, some old cards, which really go well with the sentiment that's inside, which is "May your holiday noise be joyful." So I thought, you know what, this would be perfect on top of this. But I do want to modify it a bit, so that's what we're going to be doing. And we're going to see how this goes. Now, obviously, this here I can use, the Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I'm going to keep it, so I can use it on another card, or inside another card if I want. I'm going to cut this down a bit, because it is a bit big. And I do want to be able to frame this with something. So, that's what I'm going to be doing. And, you know, like, you could just put this on top like that, and that would be sufficient. But I like to, you know, go one step further. And I do have this paper here. It's not even open. See, I bought it at Home Sense for $3.99 a long time ago, and I haven't used it. Which is why, you know, like, you need to use your stash. I love buying new things, and we tend to end up wanting to buy new things, but we've got stuff in our stash that really should be used, and this is one of them. So doing this is going to allow me to actually use this thing up. Now, it's too close. That's too much of a... This could be very pretty though. Let's pick this one. Just gonna cut this because it has a little edge. Hopefully I'm in frame. Okay. Oops. Should be good. So this would go like this, and then like here. I think that would be really fun. So let's just eyeball this. And move this aside. So you can't get much simpler than this. I mean, you're just reusing papers and things. I could add some bling to this. That might be an added little thing to make it a little bit more special. Underneath is really beautiful, but the thing is, like I said, I've got multiples of this, and I do not send cards anymore that are just the typical store-bought ones, so I'm never going to use them. And that was the point of buying this, so I could use the image, but then it's not getting used up. So I'm thinking that by doing this, I'm gonna use it up faster than if I don't use it as a card base. Plus, I'm also running out of card base because I haven't been to the thrift store in a while, and I did make a lot of cards. So my card base is getting small. I could make my own. Obviously, I've got paper enough for that. But I'm kind of lazy. So, see, just that added little touch makes all the difference in the world. So that's the first one. Like I said, they're going to be very easygoing. Nothing too fancy. Cut it this way. Keep that. And cut this. This one does have a little bit of red. I don't know. Will it look funny with this? It does have a little bit of the red, but I'm not sure. Do I have something else that I could use that would be better for this? I like that. It brings out the yellow, and it's a bit like it's soft background, and I think it might work. So we'll use that. And I'm gonna make my cut so that I can use the full side, because I don't want to end up with a ton of scraps. And I'm sorry if I'm sniffling. I've got really bad allergies right now. I don't really know why. But it's been bad for a couple of days now. Here, and we add some bling. I have to stop the video and blow my nose. So, be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I really needed to blow my nose. I wanted to take the time to wash my hands. So I'll be using that. Now this one doesn't have, it's not a singing card per se, but it still has the sentiment inside, so I'm not sure that I want to add more than that, unless I could find something. But I'm not sure. I should have thought of this before, because it has the sun and I don't want to put the sun there. So let's see if I can remove this without ripping it too much. It doesn't really show that it's ripped, except here. shows as the same color, so not so bad. Here we go. So that's the second card. And then let's do one with them. So I'm happy to be using these little cards because they would have been sitting in my stash for a while. There's nothing much that you can do with an image that's big unless you decide to use a die cut to reduce it in size and just frame it or something. But I mean, other than that, there's really nothing much that you can do. So oh my god, my sniffles are bad. I have to stop again. Okay, so my hands are gonna get totally dry with this because of this. I don't like either of these. I think I'm going to use that one. Now I'm going to be stuck with 3 pieces. So hopefully I can use them on the other cards that are there. I hope you guys are all doing good and that you enjoyed your, if you're in the States, you enjoyed your holiday. I really enjoyed my time off on Friday. It was great to be able to do the live stream and spend time with you guys. I don't know how often I'm gonna do a live stream because let's be honest, like there's not I don't have that much time, but we shall see. It's I'm getting better at the setup, so it only took me an hour this time. Well, actually 45 minutes, but I prefer giving myself an hour because it's very nerve-wracking. Like I was getting very nervous as I was preparing this. So there's a little cat here, and so yeah, it's my god, what's wrong with this thing? It just doesn't want to come out. Okay, got it. There's another one. What happens when you have cats. They get into everything and then you've got hair all over. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting better at the setting up, so hopefully as time goes I won't be so nervous, but it still takes a long time to set up, and then you have the unsetting up afterwards. So yeah, it's not can't just do that and be done with it. I think I'm gonna use this image first. Now for this one, I was thinking like I would like to use this little girl like this, but the foot is gonna be in the way. So I was thinking of trying to trying to fussy cut her, and then I can cut the rest out. So, and like I looked, and if there's a leg missing, it won't be so bad. So let's try to see if that works. I mean, the worst that's gonna happen is that I'm not gonna like it, right? Okay, so now for this one, what I thought of doing is actually cutting it like that. Actually, I need to put it just a tad more, and then cutting the other one like that as well. This way it's even. And then what can I use? I could just use that. What are my options? I prefer this. I think I'm going to keep it very simple. This way I get to use up this piece. And then use this on top. And or do I just leave it like that? Or do I go around here? Let's try that. Let's try that. It's shiny paper, so I've got a feeling that even if I don't like it, I can lift it up and remove it. Something like this. And here we go. I think it does add a little something to it, so it's not so bland. Now, for this one, I need to finish fussy cutting her out. And let's hope what it gives me is gonna be something I'm gonna like. And she's fairly easy to fussy cut out because there's not that many details on this little angel, so it's not that bad. Okay, so she's done. And I'd like to do something that I don't do often, which is use some foam tape to raise her up. Now the question is what type of paper to use underneath this angel. Now it's too turquoise. Need more blue. Blue, or what about this? No, it's too dark. No. She could be pretty on this, so let's use that one. Oh my god, this paper is not wanting to come out. Okay, so what we're gonna do is cut this off. It's very thick paper. Cut this off and then cut this out like this. And then we can use this on another card. And then cut this off because it doesn't fit the base. And I like that added yellow, so I'm going to add that as well. So add this, add that, and her. Okay, obviously. Got 5 minutes left, so I'm gonna finish this card. It's gonna be too long. This tape is from Tape Jungle. I don't get anything for telling you about it, but it's much cheaper, and especially if you live in the States, you get it for very cheap, because they do offer free shipping if you order for a certain amount, and it's much cheaper than purchasing the tape from 3M. The Scotch tape that come with this, it's a lot more expensive, so, and this stuff really works well as well, so definitely not worth spending the extra. Fortunately, when you're in Canada, it does cost a lot in shipping, and right now the exchange is really bad for us. So this here is some mounting tape. I purchased this at the dollar store in the hardware section, and it's probably not archival quality, but it does the job, and it's much cheaper. So just a tip, if you want to do something like that, might be worth looking into at your dollar store. As you can see, you can cut it in little strips, and it will do what you need it to do. You want to try to hold the extremities, because otherwise it's gonna, possibly they could break. So you can kind of push the tape in a bit as well, so that it doesn't show on the side once you put the image down. Like push it onto itself. So here I'm going to add one more piece here, one more piece I think on her head. Here, this is a bit too tiny. There is like this type of stuff in dots, or in you can get cheap as well, and that would be smaller, I guess. But this is the stuff I got, so I'm using this one. Okay, so here we go. I've got one little piece left, so let's use it here. And here we go. You can push it in a bit. And voila. So you can see that it's raised. And let's use this as the last card. So I don't really like it. No. Maybe if it was a bit shorter. More like that. Yeah, that's a lot better. And I'll be left with just this little piece, which could be used on anything because it's really doesn't look Christmas related. So that's perfect. Now, it would be fun to add a little embellishment or something. Sorry, move the camera. Oh, I like that idea. So, and I think it's going to be the perfect little detail. For this. And what about adding a little Christmas sentiment? Yeah. So just like so. So very, very simple, but I used up all the leftover and I've got no scraps except for that tiny little piece of cardstock that could be used on anything. So I'm quite happy with the result. I hope that you've enjoyed this process. Looking forward to reading your comments on it and knowing what you thought of what I did. Sorry about that. Hopefully this is going to be something that you will have enjoyed. And that's it. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. Do give a thumbs up if you did like it, because it really does help to get my channel noticed. And I really appreciate that. So that's it. Bye everyone.